Welcome to Free Your Mind Reviews. This is Chris Johnson with a review of Artemis Fowl. What a piece of shit. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna beat around the bush on this one. Kenneth Branagh is actually one of my favorite filmmakers, both in front and behind the camera. I'm a huge fan of Hamlet. Love Thor. Loved his version of Murder on the Orient Express. Love his acting career. He's a Shakespearean actor. Can't wait to see him in Tenet. This movie is a full-blown disastrous piece of shit. I have not read the Artemis Fowl books, don't know that much of the character, but I do know a lot of fans hate it for its inaccuracies, and I personally hate it because it's a terrible fucking movie. So Artemis Fowl is about this genius child whose father gets kidnapped by some magical fairy scum, and he must retrieve this MacGuffin with power, and he goes off on... You know what? That's all I'm going to give you to you, because this movie's a fucking mess. This movie's an absolute gosh damn mess. Like, it's an hour and 3 minutes of crunched up, messy, illogical crap. Plots get thrown at you out of nowhere and you don't understand where the hell this thing came from. Characters don't get any development whatsoever. Who is this little girl helping Artemis? I don't know. Who is Artemis really? Besides exposition, some of the worst exposition I've seen in a movie in a long time. I don't really know. They tell me what this guy's name is. Butler. He's a butler with his background, his stuff, but it's telling me, not showing me, and I don't care. The acting in this movie is a disaster. The lead kid who plays the title role is terrible. From his first scene, I'm watching him, I'm going, this kid sucks. He is completely blank. And it's almost like, okay, maybe that's the point. They want to make him seem like a sociopath. But he doesn't come off as a sociopath. He comes off as bored. He comes off as reading an index card. He comes off as he has no type of acting skills or no type of acting instincts. Who knows? Maybe wrong in the future, but just basing it off of this movie, he's terrible. No one else really comes off any better either. For some reason, Judi Dench and Josh Gad both have stupid accents, don't even sound like themselves. Josh Gad is narrating the movie for some reason in a horrible framing job of after the story type framing job. Here we go. There's some terrible computer effects in this movie. It's like they didn't even finish it. They said, fuck it, Corona. Put it on Disney Plus. Some nasty, ugly, disgusting stuff. And it is a long hour and a half. Long, tedious, annoying hour and a half. This is easily, in my opinion, the absolute worst film in Kenneth Branagh's career. At least as a director, because in terms of just acting, you still got Wild Wild West. I don't know. This may be worse than that. Wow. I think the only way I would have been more pissed off is if I actually went to the theater to see this and wasted a Friday night on this bullshit. Like, how much money did they put into this? Everything looks terrible in here. And especially coming off of his last film of his that I saw, where Orient looks just absolutely amazing. Murder on Orient Express looked absolutely amazing. And it really felt like every bit of money was put on the screen in that film. This looks, there are moments in this film that looks like fucking previs. Now, don't want to put him in movie jail because, he's done so much in his career, and I'm looking forward to the Murder on Orient Express sequel. But Lord have mercy. That's terrible. That was a terrible movie. And Lord. I just took an hour and a half out of my Tuesday night for, in my opinion, one of the most illogical, biggest pieces of shit that Disney's ever made. Who is this movie for? Why did they make this movie? Why does it exist? And may the Lord have mercy on everyone's soul who's involved in this picture. We're getting too many examples now of really talented filmmakers who are doing terrible films and making terrible decisions because Cats, Tom Hooper, you would think that the freaking talent level would keep these guys from making a movie like Cats or making a movie like this. But I'm just dumbfounded by this. This dude is so much better than this, and everyone who I recognize, at least from the movie, is so much better than this. You know, masterpiece is a word that's used a lot. How about we come up with a new phrase? Masterpiece of dog shit. Because that's what this movie was. And I feel so sorry for the fans of the books who love this books. Because supposedly this kid is supposed to be some evil genius, James Bond type mastermind. At least in the beginning. I don't really get that here. I don't really get anything from him. You know, I whatever. It's such a whatever piece of shit. It's one of the biggest examples of whatever to a piece of shit. Colin, what are you doing in this movie? Colin Farrell, I'm talking about. Why does this movie exist? Why does this movie have to get made? And why do we all have to see it? Why?